8 juveniles face murder charges in senseless attack on a student that was captured on video. This is from about 10 days after the death of Jonathan Lewis Jr. It reads, 8 juveniles are facing murder charges in the senseless beating death of a 17-year-old Las Vegas high school student that was caught on video. Police say Jonathan Lewis died after being beaten when a fight broke out over a pair of stolen wireless headphones and possibly over a stolen marijuana vape pen, according to a police spokesman. The beating happened November 1st in an alley near the Rancho High School campus after school let out. Las Vegas Police Lieutenant Jason Johansson said. Events in the alley were captured in a video that has been widely shared on social media. What you see in the video is approximately 10 subjects kicking, stomping, and punching our victim, Jonathan Lewis, as he's on the ground, not defending himself to the point that he becomes unconscious. Very common in these kinds of group attacks, folks. It doesn't stop. The group energizes itself. Everybody's prepared to go a little bit more than the others, and it creates a staircase of escalating force that continues well after the victim is obviously no longer able to defend themselves. Johansson continues, the video is very graphic and, in my opinion, is very void of humanity. It certainly seems that way to me. 8 juveniles whose names have not been released, they have since been released. The ones charged as adults have been released, were taken into custody and will be charged with the crime of murder. The subjects range in age from 13 to 17. Half the teens, 4 of them, will be tried as adults. These 4 cases were automatically transferred to adult criminal court because the defendants are 16 or 17. The remaining defendants between 13 and 15 will face certification hearings in family court, where a judge will determine if they will also be tried as adults, according to the news. In addition, police released images of 2 people allegedly connected to the fight and asked the police for help identifying them. So 2 more suspects out there. Then there's a bunch of kind words about Jonathan Lewis by his family. They do incidentally have a GoFundMe set up for him, for the family. Where is that? That is here. $130,000 raised so far. I'll include the link to the GoFundMe in the description of today's show, folks. But if you just go to GoFundMe and use their search window for Jonathan Lewis, Jonathan Lewis, it should pop right up. I will note the news report never mentions race here, either of the victim or the killers. Does anybody doubt for a moment that if this had been a gang of 8 or 10 white high school students who'd beaten a black student to death, that we wouldn't know the races of the parties involved in every news report? Inquiring minds would like to know. So, that's all I want to cover from that news report. A couple Twitter posts here kind of summarizing events worth looking at. Colin Rugg, again, I've been using quite a few of his tweets in recent shows. He tends to have to focus on key elements. 4 of the teens who were involved in the mob that beat and killed Jonathan Lewis in Las Vegas have been identified and are facing murder charges as adults. Lewis was reportedly defending his smaller friend who was thrown into a trash can by the teens, apparently also the victim of a strong-arm robbery. One of his smaller friends had something stolen by this group of 15, and they threw the small boy in the trash can, and our son confronted them, and he was attacked. The family's GoFundMe page says, Daniel Hernandez, 17, Dontrell Beaver, 16, Gianni Robinson, 17, and Travion Randolph, 16, are now facing murder charges as adults. According to Clark County District Attorney Steve Wolfson, there are even more brutal camera angles of Lewis's death that have not yet circulated online. And again, these are, I already shared the mugshots of the 4 killers charged as adults here.